I think most of you guys have seen this motion sensor before. They use it in the driveway, hallway, and the staircase. As you walk in, it detects your movement and turns on the light for a few seconds automatically. But it has a problem. You can't use it inside your room, because most of the time you stay still without moving, watching a movie or reading a book. And as long as you are not moving, it cannot detect you, so it turns off the light. To solve this problem, they made a new generation of motion sensors. They call it a presence sensor. It uses very high frequency up to 24 GHz to detect the breathing and heartbeats. There are many different types of them, but I got these two from AliExpress. One of them has 5 pins and the other 7, but I only need 3 pins, VCC, ground, and output. The pins of one of these modules are very close to each other, so you cannot use them on the breadboard or prototype board. But the other one is normal. I designed this circuit, which is nothing more than a power supply, relay, and a voltage regulator. Then I designed this PCB and ordered it from a company called Next PCB. You have to upload the Gerber file here. You can find it below in the description. Then insert the size of the PCB, quantity, color, and add to cart. I received the package after a few weeks. I got 7 PCBs even though I ordered 5. I need many of them for different rooms in my house. I can use one of these sensors here. I can't use them both at the same time on the same PCB. They are almost the same with different angle and detection range. You have to connect the mains voltage here and the light bulb here. After soldering the components, I put it in a plastic box. Then I connect it to this light bulb in my room. For the first time using this module, you have to preset it. There are 2 ways. The first way is connecting the module to your laptop using FTDI. But the second way, which is easier and better, is Bluetooth connection. First, you have to install this app on your smartphone. Search the module and select it. First, activate the engineering mode. We have 2 different graphs, one for moving objects and the other for the static objects. The y-axis is the intensity of the signal coming from the object, and the x-axis is the distance of the object from the sensor. These numbers are not in meter, but in 0.75 meter. So 1 means 0.75 meter, and 12 means 9 meter, which is the maximum distance of this sensor. The red curve is the threshold. You can change it from the setting. And the blue one is the objects detected by the sensor. When the blue curve crosses the red one, it turns on the light. My room is 4.5 in 3.5 meter, so I want the sensor to ignore any object farther than 4.5 meter. So I set the threshold of anything more than 6 to the maximum, because 6 times 0.75 is equal to 4.5 meter. Now as you can see, when I stand outside the room, the light is off. But when I get inside the room, the light is on automatically. And it stays on as long as I am in the room. This module has a light sensor, so it can keep the light off at the daytime. You have to set the light sensitivity from here. At night, when you want to sleep, you have to switch off the light manually. To be honest with you, there is a problem with this module. When you run in the ceiling fan, the light bulb stays on even when you leave the room, because it is a moving object. You can solve this problem by changing the location of the sensor or even changing the sensitivity. I already have AC in my room, so it's not a problem for me. You can use this PCB with any other module that have V output pin, such as the regular motion sensor, gas sensor, avoidance sensor, and so on. If you want to use this circuit with 12-volt DC load, you have to remove the switching power supply and use 2 pieces of wire in here. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.